Chosen one, this message has found you for a divine purpose. Not by accident, your spirit has been wrestling with questions, weighed down by trials, and wondering why you've had to face so much. But know this, you are not cursed, you are chosen. The hardships you've endured were never meant to break you, but to prepare you for a blessing so great, it cannot be taken, copied, or denied. There are 7 powerful truths waiting for you, 7 chapters of hope and strength for the one who has paid a heavy price to stand where you are now. If this message resonates deep within your soul, declare your readiness by typing 77 in the comments, a sacred number, a signal to the heavens that you recognize your journey and are ready to walk boldly into God's promise. Stay with this message until the end. Let every word awaken your spirit, renew your clarity, and confirm the sacrifices God has seen and honored in you. Return to this message as often as you need. Each time, new truths will reveal themselves as your heart becomes more open and your spirit more prepared. Your blessing is drawing near. Trust in God's perfect timing. Hold fast to your faith and step forward with courage, because you were chosen for this moment. Amen. Chapter 1. You paid with time. While the world raced ahead, chasing quick success, status, and applause, you remained patient, standing still, not because you lacked drive, but because your spirit refused to settle for anything less than God's perfect plan. What looked like delay, stagnation, or being overlooked was actually a sacred season of preparation. God was quietly working in you, strengthening your character and rooting you deeply in His purpose. You weren't detoured or forgotten. You were being intentionally shaped. Every moment of waiting was God removing every weakness, every crack, to build a foundation in you that is unshakable and eternal. Your journey isn't measured by speed or visibility, but by the depth of your faith and the strength of your foundation. While others gained momentum and praise, you gained vision, wisdom, and resilience. Each silent season taught you obedience. Every delay deepened your trust, and every detour sharpened your discernment. You learned to walk by faith, not by sight, showing up for your calling even when no one noticed or applauded. Your faithfulness in the unseen was never in vain. You didn't miss your moment. Your moment was being formed in the secret place, shaped by God's perfect timing. Now you are not stepping into success as a fragile vessel, but as one fortified by time, obedience, and divine preparation. You walk in authority because you paid the price of patience. The time you gave was not lost. It is the very power you carry. You are chosen, not despite the waiting, but because of it. Your season is here. Your blessing is ready. Trust God's timing and step forward boldly, for what He has prepared for you cannot be shaken or taken away. Chapter 2. You paid with tears. You have cried more than anyone knows. Tears that didn't come from just one heartbreak, but from years of quietly carrying burdens too heavy for one soul. You bore generational pain, family struggles, and unspoken expectations that weighed on your spirit. You stayed strong for others, offering comfort, hope, and encouragement, even when your own heart was breaking in silence. Those tears were never a sign of weakness. God saw every sorrow, every silent cry in the dark, every moment you chose to weep instead of growing bitter. In His kingdom, your tears were sacred seeds, planted deep in the soil of your future blessings. They watered your spirit, softening your heart, and refining your character for what was to come. Through those tears, God was building compassion within you and sharpening your wisdom. You didn't just endure pain, you grew in grace, strength, and resilience, becoming a vessel of tenderness wrapped in unshakable faith. You carried the weight of others' struggles, and in doing so, your heart became tender and your discernment keen. Now, those tears are turning into rain, a powerful force that nourishes the growth of your divine destiny. The pain you endured has prepared you for a harvest of blessings that will soon be visible to all. You are chosen not because you avoided suffering, but because you persevered when others would have given up. The tears you shed in secret have paved the way for a public breakthrough. God honors your journey, your faithfulness, and your willingness to remain soft-hearted despite the storms. Trust in His timing, for your season of victory is near. The blessings born from your tears are coming, and they will overflow in ways you never imagined. Keep standing. Your breakthrough is on the horizon. Chapter 3. You paid with trust. You trusted deeply. When people let you down, betrayed your loyalty, or walked away, you still believed in their potential. You stayed faithful when others would have left, not because they earned it, but because your heart is grounded in integrity, not convenience. But your trust wasn't only in people, it was in God's perfect timing, even when it didn't make sense. When the path ahead was dark, prayers seemed unanswered, and hope felt distant. You chose to obey without visible signs, to walk forward without a clear map. This kind of trust is not learned in comfort, but forged through fire. You surrendered control, released the need to know what's next, and stepped forward with a trembling heart. You kept believing when logic screamed to stop, trusting that God's purpose was greater than your pain or confusion. This trust often made your journey lonely. You walked a different road, saying no when others said yes, pausing when others rushed forward, not out of fear, but because you were aligned with God's timing. You faced doubt, questions, and storms, but you never disconnected or quit. Because you trusted when it was hardest, God now entrusts you with greater wisdom, responsibility, and purpose. You have proven yourself faithful in the shadows and tests unseen by others. You are chosen, not just for your faith, but for your unwavering faithfulness. Your trust has prepared you to carry what only the truly trustworthy can hold, and your season of increase is coming. Chapter 4. You were blessed in the dark. Many think blessings only show up in the spotlight, when life is polished, successful, and celebrated. They look for signs of favor in applause, promotion, and recognition. But you, chosen one, carry a truth far deeper. You were blessed in the dark, not after the victory, but during the valley. Not when people saw you, but when you felt completely unseen. While others were building platforms, you were building character. While some chased affirmation, you chased alignment. You were being shaped when it looked like nothing was happening. You were being refined while being rejected. Doors closed, rooms ignored you, people overlooked you. But heaven didn't. God's hand was on you long before the world knew your name. In that hidden season, your greatest transformation began. You stopped pretending. You laid down the need for validation. You got honest with your pain, with your past, and with your purpose. You met God not in the noise, but in the stillness, not in the crowd, but in the cave. And there, you learned what it means to truly walk by faith. You didn't need proof to believe. You didn't need praise to persist. You kept praying when answers didn't come. You kept worshiping when the weight was heavy. You learned to stand strong when everything around you was falling apart. That is where your power was forged, in the unseen, the unheard, the uncelebrated. And now, As the light begins to shine on your life, you're not rising as someone who chased success. You're rising as someone who was transformed in silence. You don't glow because of glitter. You glow because of grit, grace, and the glory of God. So when people ask, "Where did you come from?" you'll say, "From the dark, from the quiet place where God met me, from the hidden seasons where I was being blessed while breaking." The world will see the light, but only you and God will know the cost. And that's what makes your light so powerful. It's not just seen, it's earned, it's sacred. You were blessed in the dark, and now you shine with heaven's fire. Chapter 5. You lost much, but gained more. Chosen one, the losses you've endured run deep. People you loved, time you waited, dreams that slipped away, and parts of yourself you had to let go. The pain was real, and sometimes you questioned why it all had to happen. But here is the divine truth. Every loss was never a punishment, but a sacred pruning by God's hand. God wasn't taking away to hurt you. He was clearing your path to make space for what is truly meant for you. What felt like rejection was actually divine protection. What seemed like an ending was God's way of redirecting you toward your true calling. Through the pain, you gained priceless wisdom, not from books, but from the heartache and healing process. You developed discernment to see beyond appearances and a peace that holds steady even in life's storms. You learned that real strength comes from letting go, trusting God's timing, and walking in faith. Now you no longer chase what's not meant for you. You choose what aligns with your purpose. You release what hinders you and embrace God's perfect plan. Your losses didn't leave you empty. They refined you, shaped you, and prepared you for greater glory. You walk with renewed clarity, confidence, and divine favor. Your story is no longer about what you lost, but about what God has abundantly given. You didn't just survive your losses, you rose from them stronger, wiser, and more deeply rooted in God's grace. When others ask how you keep going, how you remain peaceful and hopeful, tell them, "I lost much, but God gave me more than I ever imagined. What I gained is eternal." You are chosen, refined, and ready for all He has prepared. Chapter 6. They see the victory, not the cost. Chosen one, now that you stand in a place of peace, strength, and breakthrough, many are watching. They see your success, your calm amid storms, and your confident walk. They call it luck or a sudden rise. They admire your glow, but what they don't see is the journey, the unseen battles behind the scenes. They don't know about the countless nights you lay awake wrestling with doubt and fear. They don't witness the tears shed in solitude or the spiritual wars you fought in silence, praying with a weary heart before dawn. They miss the long seasons of waiting, feeling invisible and overlooked, questioning if your calling was real. They don't see the times you had no clear path, no mentor, no support, only faith in God's promise and obedience to His voice. They don't understand how many times you moved forward with trembling steps, trusting a God who seemed quiet but was always present. Let them talk and speculate. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Your path was not shaped by luck or chance, but by perseverance, faith, and sacrifice. Every setback was a lesson, every tear a seed, every closed door a redirection to something greater. Your blessing today is not a fleeting moment. It is deep-rooted and battle-tested. What people see is the victory of a soul that refused to give up, a spirit that remained unbroken, and a heart faithful to God even when faith felt impossible. Wear your scars like medals. Carry your story as armor. The price you paid is not just your past, it is your power. No one can ever take that away from you. Your journey is proof that God's plan for you was worth every struggle. And now, your light shines brighter because of it. Chapter 7. This is why you are blessed. Chosen one, listen carefully. Your blessing is not a result of luck or a smooth journey. It is not because your path was easy or free from hardship. No, you are blessed because you remained faithful when every part of you wanted to quit. You held on tight when the world pressured you to let go. You chose endurance over escape, faith over fear, hope over despair. Your blessing goes far beyond what you now see or possess. It is rooted in every trial that tested you and refused to break you, in every silent season where your spirit grew stronger in the quiet, in every moment you surrendered comfort and personal desires for a higher calling. You never took shortcuts or traded your integrity for temporary gain. Instead, you stayed true to the path God set before you, even when you walked alone, even when no one else believed. You trusted again and again. Trusted people who disappointed you. Trusted timing that made no sense. And most of all, trusted God when the path ahead was dark and uncertain. Heaven saw every sacrifice, recorded every tear, every whispered prayer, and every obedient step you took. Your blessing is no accident. It is divine recognition. It is the reward for a resilient soul that refused to settle for less than God's purpose. Now it is your time. Step boldly into this new season. Stand tall in your calling. Receive every blessing, every open door, every favor with gratitude and confidence. Do not apologize for the light God has placed on your life. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. You are shaped in the fire of trials for a purpose, and that purpose is unfolding right now. You are here not by chance, but by divine design. You are not here to be small or silent. You are here to shine with the fullness of who God created you to be. So claim your power, walk in your calling, speak your truth, love without limits, lead with strength and humility. You are deeply blessed, divinely and irrevocably. Every tear, every trial, every moment of trust was a down payment on your destiny. This blessing is your inheritance. Embrace it, own it, live it. The world is waiting for the unique gift only you can bring.